Firstly, let's start from managing groups and socio-relational contexts. Managing groups and socio-relational contexts in education involves various strategies aimed at promoting collaboration, communication, and positive social interactions among students. The primary task of schools is to transmit the culture of a society, providing the necessary toolbox to create meanings, interpret phenomena and events throughout life. Teaching methods are tools for managing the relationship between both teacher and student and among students. They also serve to structure how students' learning processes are activated and stimulated. In the context of cooperative learning, the teacher role is fundamental to ensure that each member understands the group objectives, facilitate the exchange of explanations and justifications during task execution, to encourage reasoning and decision-making, and to provide evaluation criteria for tasks and products. To develop the above-mentioned toolbox, an effective option is the spiral curriculum. It involves approaching a learning theme starting with an intuitive, familiar, and understandable idea for the student, and then providing explanations or narratives that follow a growing circular movement until the understanding of the theme is complete. The spiral curriculum is a teaching method based on 4 principles of learning. The first one. The human mind is an agent engaged in achieving goals, requiring agency and interaction with other minds through constructive dialogue, hypothesis, negotiation, and formulation of possible strategies. The second one. The human mind processes information, thus requiring reflection to achieve a deep understanding of what is learned, so each topic should be interpreted in its significance beyond theoretical or scientific explanation. The third one. Collaboration and sharing are powerful instruments for learning and information processing, as the skills and resources of group members are combined through active exchange in the pursuit of meaning from experience. The last one. Culture and learning evolve through interaction among individuals to the extent that they can be considered as the set of thoughts, beliefs, customs, and behaviors of a continuously evolving community. The combination of these 4 elements converges in the use of collaborative and cooperative storytelling in pedagogical practice from the beginning of formal education. This approach allows working on understanding, elaborating, and sharing academic topics, thoughts, beliefs, customs, and behaviors. In a socio-relational context in education, it is important to define 2 different approaches, problem and project-based learning, that are similar in some respects, but have distinct features and applications that make them both valuable instructional strategies in education. Let's start from the first one. What do we mean when we talk about problem-based learning? It is an instructional methodology where students learn by actively engaging in solving authentic, real-world problems. Instead of traditional lectures, students work in small groups to identify, analyze, and propose solutions to complex problems. Problem-based learning fosters critical thinking, problem-solving skills, collaboration, and self-directed learning. According to Checker and Otzdamli, key features of problem-based learning include authentic problems that are relevant to learners' lives or future careers, student-centered learning where students take responsibility for their own learning process, collaborative learning with students working together in small groups to solve problems, active learning where students engage inquiry, research, and reflection to develop solutions, integration of interdisciplinary knowledge and skills to address complex issues. And what do we mean when we talk about project-based learning? It is an instructional approach where students learn by actively exploring real-world problems and challenges over an extended period. Work on projects that require them to apply knowledge and skills from multiple disciplines to create solutions, products, or presentations. Key characteristics of project-based learning include authentic projects that are meaningful and relevant to students' interests or communities, inquiry-driven learning where students ask questions, conduct research, and seek answers to solve problems, student autonomy and choice, allowing students to make decisions about project topics, methods, and outcomes, collaboration and communication skills development through teamwork and interaction with peers and experts, and reflection and assessment of learning outcomes, where students evaluate their own progress and the quality of their work. As we can understand by these explanations, problem and project-based learning differs in some aspects, such as the focus of approach. Problem-based learning focuses on solving complex problems through collaboration and inquiry, and project-based learning involves extended exploration and creation of solutions through projects aligned with students' interests and communities. The duration of learning process. Problem-based learning is based on identifying and solving problems within a more confined time frame, and project-based learning involves an extended learning process that can last for weeks or months as students work on extensive projects. The approach to learning. Problem-based learning centers on identifying and analyzing specific problems, promoting critical thinking and problem-solving. Project-based learning involves exploring broader problems and challenges, encouraging inquiry and application of interdisciplinary knowledge and skills. And finally, the knowledge application phase. Problem-based learning, students apply acquired knowledge to develop specific solutions to identified problems. In project-based learning, students apply knowledge and skills from various disciplines to create products, solutions, or presentations in response to projects. While considering common aspects between problem-based and project-based learning, there are the real-world relevance of topics, because both approaches involve authentic problems and meaningful projects that are relevant to students' lives or their communities. The active student engagement, because in both cases students are actively involved in identifying, analyzing and solving problems or creating projects. The development of key skills. Both approaches aim to develop skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, communication and self-directed learning, and interdisciplinary approach, because both approaches integrate knowledge and skills from various disciplines to address complex problems and challenging projects. In summary, while problem-based and project-based learning share the goal of engaging students in authentic and meaningful learning experiences, they differ in the details of the process and the scope of the activities involved. Now, let's introduce our last theoretical topic regarding cooperative and collaborative learning, two pedagogical approaches that promote interaction among students to autonomously construct knowledge. In cooperative learning, students work in small groups in an organized and structured manner, sharing ideas, resources, and responsibilities while completing collectively assigned tasks. In this learning context, students collaborate on assigned tasks without immediate teacher supervision, supporting each other and actively participating in the learning process. Cooperative learning emphasizes positive interdependence, individual and group responsibility and group processing, fostering higher-order thinking competencies. Some relevant features to underline about cooperative learning are one-to-one interaction, positive interdependence, individual and group responsibility, mutual assistance, teamwork skills development, group processing, group goals and rewards, equal participation, and structured tasks suitable for group work. Similarly, collaborative learning approach fosters social interaction in knowledge acquisition, where students work together towards common goals, using negotiation and communication to build shared understanding. Numerous studies have highlighted collaborative learning's positive impact on cognitive competencies, autonomy, motivation, academic outcomes, creative thinking, openness to diversity, and group cohesion. In this learning context, some relevant features to underline about collaborative learning are the role of social interaction in acquiring skills and knowledge, conceptualizing learning as a process of cognitive mediation involving both internal and external factors. In collaborative learning, the emphasis is on group efforts towards a common goal, facilitating exploration, understanding, or knowledge acquisition through interaction. Central to collaborative situations is the interaction itself, recognizing its impact on peers' cognitive processes. Effective collaborative interactions necessitate negotiations and synchronicity in a transnational dialogue where group members expand and refine ideas. As we can extract from these definitions, both approaches share similar goals: emphasize students constructing knowledge through peer interaction, differing in activity structuring and objectives. While collaborative learning highlights negotiation and joint meaning-making, cooperative learning focuses on group organization and responsibility. Collaborative learning emphasizes negotiation and holistic experiences, while cooperative learning focuses on developing group interaction through specific techniques. Collaborative learning focuses solely on goals and tasks, while cooperative learning fosters interdependence through combined goals, tasks, resources, roles, and rewards. Collaborative learning avoids assigned group roles, unlike cooperative learning. Group interaction skills are not explicitly taught in collaborative learning, but are in some cooperative learning methods. Students usually choose their peers in collaborative learning, while cooperative learning often involves intentional grouping or random assignment. Collaborative groups are autonomous, whereas cooperative groups may require teacher support and structured methodologies. Collaborative learning employs resources indirectly, while cooperative learning uses structured techniques. In summary, although each with its own distinctive features and specific benefits, cooperative and collaborative learning are effective tools that share similar goals. Both emphasize students' constructing knowledge through peer interaction, promoting active student participation and enhancing learning in the classroom. Thanks for your attention.